Old Tower में it's only Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
बाकी हर घर में खाली मिर्ची FM बजे. Mirchi FM it's hot.
Best sound, best music, Mirchi FM rocks and records.
नानी का #1 स्टेशन है Mirchi FM.
Mirchi FM is hot. Mirchi FM it's #1 in nursery.
Mirchi FM is hot. हम लोग मिर्ची FM रोज सुनता है. मिर्ची FM जागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
In this bulletin, man dies after being buried under landslide in Wailoku outside Suva. Aussie couple look for funding to take baby Madison back home following unexpected delivery. And Ratuma Tuvalu trade suffers further delay. Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini and this is FBC News. A 35-year-old construction worker has died after he was buried under a landslide at the Water Authority of Fiji depot in Wailoku last night. According to police, the company the man works for is contracted to the Water Authority of Fiji to lay sewer lines at the depot. During the course of their work, while the man was underground, the land around the area they had dug slipped and covered him completely. The incident happened at about 6:30. When FBC News arrived at the site last night, Water Authority of Fiji workers, firefighters and police were desperately trying to recover his body with the help of a digger. The man's body was found at about after 8 p.m. and was then taken to hospital where doctors pronounced him dead. The post-mortem examination is expected to be conducted today. The man is survived by his wife and 4 children. It was going to be a 4-day vacation for Jane and Ashley Renz from Australia to attend a friend's wedding in Fiji. The trip has now been extended after Jane unexpectedly delivered her premature baby in a taxi in Nadi last Saturday. Akasita Tale reports the Renz want to get their baby back home but do not have enough finance to cover her travel costs.
Left without my baby.
They were hoping to become parents by the end of July, but last week Saturday, baby Madison Jane Kazna was delivered early at 33 weeks at 1.7 kilograms in the back of a taxi. Being first-time parents, the Wrens say this was unexpected as Jane was granted full permission by doctors in Sydney before flying to Fiji. However, they don't have travel insurance that covered their baby being born while they were on holiday.
Our travel insurance just covers till 26 weeks of pregnancy, so I was 33 weeks, almost 33 weeks, and we decided that we had to come for the wedding and it was only going to be 4 days. We still had 7 weeks, so it was highly unlikely that that was going to happen.
While baby Madison remains in an incubator at Nandi Hospital, her parents are restless, looking for financial support to take their Bula baby home.
And we don't know if she has to fly in an incubator or if she can just fly in an open bassinet. So we're trying every day, just wait a little bit longer every day to see if she can be outside the humidity crib, because if we have to fly with that, it's really expensive.
It's been the most amazing experience. In many ways, we're blessed that we have our first child, and now we have a family.
And that's all that matters.
But it has been just the most
been hard. Yeah.
Stressful and difficult experience we've ever faced.
At the moment, baby Madison weighs 1.65 kilos and has to be up to 2 kilos to be allowed by the doctors to fly. The Wrens are taking it one day at a time and welcome any kind of help.
She's a Fiji baby, she's a Bula baby, but we want to
baby.
take her home, we want to get her home safely.
So if anyone can help us, anyone at all, no matter what you can do, it's big or small, we're open to any help we can get. We're very grateful.
This is their first trip to Fiji and have plans to return to the country of their daughter's citizenship. But for now, they want to get baby Maddie home to family who are waiting to see her. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
Prime Minister Rear Admiral Vorenge Bainimarama met with about 300 Fijians in Santa Rosa, San Francisco last night. Bainimarama attended a private dinner function organised by the Fijian community there, despite his motorcade being met by several dozen Fijian protesters outside the venue. During a Talanoa session, the Fijian community raised concerns and questions on Fiji's current economic status, the 2013 constitution, elections and land issues. Bainimarama provided a briefing on the issues raised and told the Fijian community he is overwhelmed by the reception, adding the concerns raised shows the amount of lies that have been spread about his government. Trade of agricultural commodities between Rotuma and Tuvalu continues to be put on hold as Rotuma is not meeting the demand from Tuvalu. Farmers in Rotuma have now been told to step up their production. Apisola Medoka has the story.
It's been a year now that the trade between Rotuma and Tuvalu has been delayed. Tuvalu is now getting their agricultural needs from Suva.
There has been orders made in the past and they have not delivered to the amount that was ordered. So some of the importers back home are a bit reluctant to continue with the Rotuma trade. But they are still not, I'm not saying that we have stopped ordering from Fiji. These importers from Tuvalu are now ordering direct from the Suva port.
The Rotuma Island Council admits there are some issues affecting the deal and it is working closely with government on strengthening it.
Regrettably, up to date, we still having teething problems, but with the commitment of government to help the council in terms of trying to improve the income generating capacity of the members of the community, I believe that there are brighter days ahead.
Trade between the two island nations commenced in March 2011. Rotuma is to send 5 to 7 tons of ndalo and 3 to 5 tons of kumala to Tuvalu a month.
During his recent visit to Rotuma, Prime Minister Rear Admiral Warengem Bainimarama told the people to increase their production and boost trade with Tuvalu.
A government delegation is expected to soon leave Vitilevu for Tuvalu to hold discussions on issues affecting the trade deal. Apisola Medoka, FBC News.
2 credentials were presented to the President Ratu Epeli Nailatikau at Government House on Friday. The first to present his letter of credence was the new non-resident ambassador of Israel to Fiji, Shmuel Ben Shmuel. In receiving the credentials, Ratu Epeli says Fiji looks forward to working closely with Israel.
His Excellency the President of Israel, the government, and the people of Israel, best wishes. And we look forward to our continuous cordial relations over the years to come. Welcome to Fiji.
Ben Shmuel currently serves as ambassador to Australia and will be based in Canberra during his term as non-resident representative to Fiji. Also arriving later at Government House to present his credentials was the new Tuvaluan High Commissioner to Fiji, Paulson Panapa. Panapa was welcomed by Ratu Epeli, who conveyed Fiji's well wishes for good relations with Tuvalu.
Please convey to His Excellency Governor General, the government, and the people of a great country, my personal well wishes and the well wishes of the Fiji government and the people of Fiji for our continued cordial relationship.
The new envoy has worked for the government of Tuvalu for the past 27 years. The Tertiary Scholarship and Loans Board has reinstated the scholarship of Seru Iranduvatu Tamani Rarama after they reviewed his case. Tamani Rarama is a second-year Bachelor of Commerce student at the University of the South Pacific, and the TSLB terminated his scholarship based on information given to it by the institution. In a statement, the board says investigations showed that the initial information and the resulting recommendation from the education institution were incorrect. And still to come on FBC News, local designer launches own clothing line.
Bulan 2 sa Batolo FM, enaban 2 rakirai.
Bula FM namban 2 inosor.
Go etabo ke boto kola sa Bula FM nga.
Bula FM namban 2 korbo.
Bula FM namban 2 sawa. Bula FM namban 2 lotoka. Bula.
Namban 2 nang Bula FM memba.
Bula FM namban 2 NSR in Singapore.
Kalau talita kada warung nang Bula FM lotoka.
Ali akar warung Bula FM namban 2 NSR.
Bula FM namban 2 NSR.
Today FM is awesome in Ba. We love you, Today FM.
Today FM rocks in the story and I love listening to Today FM.
Today FM is #1 in Televu.
Today FM rocks in Otaka. Woohoo!
Today FM is the most popular station in Nasina.
We love everything about Today FM here at Golden Point Reki.
Everybody in Singatoka loves Today.
Today FM rocks in Ba.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Welcome back to FBC News. Now, if someone asked him 10 years back if he was going to be a politician one day, his answer would have been a definite no. From being a farmer 14 years ago to an aspiring politician today, 34-year-old Usaya Moli's selflessness is taking him to greater heights. Eleanor Turangai View reports.
He always believed that there were two types of people who go into politics. Those who want to gain something from it, and those who have the experience and want to share it. But for Usaya Moli, his venture into politics is because he is worried about what the future holds for the younger generation.
In the last few years, things have changed for young people. We are now mindful of what's happening on how we are governed as well. And it's about time that we start addressing those gaps.
Moli started out as a farmer in Koro, then to being a security officer, and started his work with youths when he was the director at the Chevalier Hostel. From there, he worked for various NGOs in different capacities and attended international conferences and workshops and even conducted trainings on youth issues. Moli believes his work is a calling.
It's about time that we are there where decisions are being made, change those policies. And young people are no longer leaders of tomorrow. We are making a stand for all the issues for young people over the years. And today we are putting up our hand as well to go into politics and to go into parliament as well.
The single father of two from Nukutovia village in Levuka, Walau, believes in working on issues that affect youths and actioning the solutions.
There's a cry from young people for their issues not only to be put on shelves, for them not to be used as a stamp to all the policies that comes in. It's about times that we take this to the next level, include it in every manifestos, take it up to parliament so it can be actioned.
Moli was approached by 3 political parties to contest under their banner in the upcoming elections, but finally rested with the National Federation Party because he says the party's policies are for the people. Eleanor Turangai View, FBC News.
New technologies such as the internet, although very valuable, can put children at risk of exploitation and harm. The South Pacific Computer Society fears children may be subjected to online child abuse when left unsupervised. Shireen Lata reports.
Young people connect to the internet and to each other via mobile phones, instant messaging, blogging, online gaming and social networking sites. This brings a whole new dimension of creativity and opportunity, but also the risk of exposure to pornography, cyberbullying, individuals who may chat to them inappropriately or try to meet them for immoral purposes.
People publishing all kinds of things, but they don't really realize that it's an open, vast world and that information is not forgotten. And so it can actually affect future career opportunities.
Children as young as 6 to 7 years old have been seen in prominent cyber cafes in Suva, most of them unsupervised.
There's a lot of students online. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, and there's a generation that's being born today that are called digital natives. They were born holding tablets, they were born with the internet. In my time, we did not know the internet.
Most of the time, even parents aren't aware what their children are doing online.
They are doing that job and there's not enough time for them to monitor their children.
Some of the parents always allow them to go, but some not. So for them, there's not allow them to go means that they protect their children.
I use internet for Facebook, games, and my parents are seeing what I'm doing with the computer.
Parents have been urged to act responsibly and keep an eye on their children, especially when they are online. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
A television production crew is currently in the country to film New Zealand chef Robert Oliver working with local chefs. The 7-member crew from Zoom Slide Media, an independent production company based in Auckland, arrived in Fiji last Thursday. The team has started filming the second series of the Robert Oliver's food and culture show titled Real Pacific. The series will feature 2 episodes that will be shot here in Fiji, one in Suva and the other one at Voli Voli Resort in Raki Raki. The show will follow Oliver's journey through various Pacific Island countries and working with various chefs. The team leave our shows on June 18th. Real Pacific will be aired on FBCTV soon. A local fashion designer has launched his first ever clothing line. Inspired by movies and fashion magazines, the talented Zulfikar Ali unveiled his Azhar collection at Tapu City earlier this week. Josephine Navula reports.
42-year-old Zulfikar Ali was inspired to create something unique and something that would stand out. It took the Tapu employee years to make the move.
A few years ago, we were having a casual drink, Zulfikar and myself, and he said to me, I want to create something that's unique, that I can own. Not something that I bring in and sell, but something that I create myself. I choose the fabric, I design.
And with the support of his friends and employer, Ali finally plucked up the courage to pursue his dreams.
And I encouraged him. In fact, we all did. We said you should do something that's unique. And there are very few people who actually go ahead and do it. And Zulfikar is one of them.
His clothing line is known as Azhar Collection. The clothes are made from the finest and pure fabrics, with each piece crafted individually to make the perfect cut and to be the best of its own. The Azhar Collection is designed exclusively for 7 Soul Tapus. Ali says the achievement would not have been possible if it wasn't for the support he has been getting.
I would like to acknowledge all the Tapu ladies that have always been appreciating my work, and nevertheless all my customers, all my friends for supporting me throughout. Thank you so much. It means a lot to see you guys in these big numbers here tonight. Thank you so much.
Attorney General and Minister for Trade, Ayah Syed Qayyum, commended Ali for his achievement in making his dream come true.
I've always found Ali to be a person of he's always been very soft-spoken, very good disposition, and very, very approachable, and indeed non-pretentious. And I think that's probably one of Ali's strengths, and that's why he has got such a large group of customers who always seek his advice.
About 300 pieces were on display and 16 were modeled at the launching. The Azhar collection is available only in Tapu City. Josephine Nabula, FBC News.
Coming up in sports, flying Fijians get ready for Tonga. And Ba invited for new football competition.
It's always Gold FM for us at Golden Point, Raki Raki.
Gold FM is #1 in Lusot.
Gold FM is Nandi's best radio station.
It's always Gold FM with us here in Singapore.
Old is gold, and Gold FM is #1 here in Lautoka.
Singapore loves classic hits on Gold FM.
We listen to Gold FM here in Tagua.
We love Gold FM in Ba.
We've got beautiful beaches, people, and Gold FM in Raki Raki.
Lautoka loves the classic hits on Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
बात तो बा है बा में रेडियो Fiji 2 के कौन सा के रोके ऑनलाइन क्लियर
रेडियो Fiji 2 रकी रकी के लोग ज्यादा सुनते हैं।
नैनी में हम सबकी पसंद रेडियो Fiji 2।
तालेबू के लोग रेडियो Fiji 2 सबसे ज्यादा सुन रहे हैं।
मेरी पसंद रेडियो Fiji 2, नसोरी में सभी को पसंद रेडियो Fiji 2।
टावा में रेडियो Fiji 2 सभी कोई सुनते हैं।
रेडियो Fiji 2 रॉक।
रेडियो Fiji 2 I love you।
देश की धड़कन रेडियो Fiji 2।
Welcome to FBC Sports. Fijian football kings Ba could be playing in the newly formed Melanesian Super Cup later this year. The new concept will see champion football clubs from Melanesian countries battle it out in Vanuatu in the inaugural tournament. Further to this, there are also plans to revive the popular Melanesian Cup. Indra Singh has more.
Vakatala Sao looks for the switch.
Teams such as Ba and Amikal have been invited to do battle in the newly formed Melanesian Super Cup.
Black Pacific Events is a Solomon Island registered company. They've come up with a concept where an absolute focus on developing football in Melanesia will commence as of this year. The Melanesian Super Cup is about developing football with a Melanesian focus and a Pacific Island focus.
All champion clubs from the Melanesian countries have been invited to participate, something which is expected to increase the popularity of the sport.
This is an event that includes the 5 champion clubs from the 5 countries that are members of the MSG, and will kick off in Vanuatu in September of this year.
The inaugural tournament has been earmarked for Vanuatu from September 23rd to October 3rd, and Firusua says things are looking bright on the horizon.
So last week we managed to get in touch with all 5 clubs, AS Magenta from New Caledonia, Amikau from Vanuatu, the Solomon Warriors, obviously from the Solomon Islands, Hikari from Papua New Guinea, and perhaps our biggest win for this one is Bar FC from Fiji. The initial response has been positive, and they've all confirmed their participation this year.
Also, the once popular Melanesian Cup is also being discussed, a revival which will be a goal scored and accepted well by all the nations involved.
At the end of this month, this idea, the Melanesian Super Cup, and the revival of the Melanesian Cup will be discussed by the Sports Committee of the Melanesian Speed Group in Papua New Guinea. The initial response has been fantastic, and they're very supportive of reviving these 2 tournaments.
The future of Melanesian football is looking bright. Just imagine the talent on display and what it could do to enhance the standard of football for the Melanesian nations. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
The Vodafone Flying Fijians rugby team will move camp to the west tomorrow in the build-up to the PNC match against Tonga on Saturday. After a convincing 25-14 win over Italy yesterday, coach John McKee says there are areas which need to be worked upon before the Tonga game. He has also hinted of changes to the playing squad for this weekend. Indra Singh with more.
Worthy winners over Italy, it's back to the drawing boards for the Flying Fijians ahead of the Tonga match.
That the boys did, right through the week, and it paid off for us on Saturday. And they went into the game with a great attitude, and that really paid off for us. The hard work, especially in the first half. Very tight game, and in the second half, we managed to open the game up a little bit and take advantage.
McKee doesn't have many qualms about the team spirit, but understands there are areas which needs to be worked upon.
Under some pressure with our scrums yesterday, but apart from that, and the rest of the game, our defence was excellent against the Italians, not giving them any opportunity to score.
The matchday 23 is also set to change as the mentor works on having players well rested for the internationals.
We haven't got any injury problems. It's just the normal knocks and tightness after a game. So we should have the full squad available for next week. I really will sit down with the assistant coaches this evening and talk about our strategy for this week. But we've got a lot of strength and depth in our squad, so we will make some changes this week to give other players an opportunity, and also mindful of not overusing our players, so that the players do get a break from the games during June, so we can stay really fresh.
The crowd support has also been hailed by McKee as he savours the win in his first game in charge.
Oh, it was excellent yesterday. It was so great to see such a good crowd out of the stadium, and all the supporters really get behind their team. And well, I'd expect the same over in the west this week. I think we should get a bumper crowd at Lautoka on Saturday.
Continue flying is what the Fijians want to achieve as 3 more tough weeks of internationals remain. It's only about bettering the performance with each game. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
Fiji Hockey Federation is working hard to ensure a good outing at the Youth Olympics to be held in China in August. Hockey is amongst one of the sports that will fly the Fijian flag at the Olympics, and officials are confident they have what it takes to take on the best. Plans are already being made to counter other top nations.
New Zealand and Australia, we're in a very tight grouping, the Oceanian. And our performance in Vanuatu against New Zealand with the team that we took was very satisfactory. And all we've been doing is working on that, because always New Zealand and Australia are in the top 6 in the world, and I've just been watching the World Cup that's going on at The Hague, and I've noticed how strong New Zealand women are, and I have no doubt that it'll It's the same at the junior level.
Fine weather prevailed in almost all the centres. Suva and Savusavu had fine weather during some parts of the day and some showers as well. In the other centres, Nandi, Lotoka, Ba and Savusavu, it was fine throughout. Savusavu recorded the lowest in our temperature chart today, hitting 28 degrees. Ba had the highest with 31 degrees. Tomorrow it should be fine in all centres throughout the day except for Suva and Savusavu, who should expect some brief showers in the afternoon. As for the further outlook, brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Fine elsewhere, and once again it will be cool at night. Our main stories once again. Man dies after being buried under landslide in Wailoku outside Suva. Aussie couple look for funding to take baby Madison back home following unexpected delivery. And Rotuma Tuvalu trade suffers a further delay. On to our poll question. Do you feel safe travelling in public service vehicles? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. Or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's all from the newsroom tonight. I'll be back on Saturday. Until then, have a safe and productive week.
Talita na radio Fijuan na mwira ni nondo bonua.
Ando talita kana borro na radio Fijuan singa toka boleta station ni alumatu.
Ando talita ka bale una borro na radio Fijuan station ni alumatu ilo toka.
Ando talita ka bale una borro na radio Fijuan na mandi na station ni alumatu.
Au tu ko korbo. Ando borro mo leve na station ni alumatu na radio Fijuan.
Ando borro na radio Fijuan na station ni alumatu na mandoi tele.
Na radio Fijuan nandu mo ibitin bonga ni bienen.